Greetings, everyone. It's a privilege to be here among fellow leaders, innovators, and change makers. Let me start with a quick introduction about myself. My name is Anuj, and I have spent last decade navigating the intersection of cybersecurity, operational resilience, and business strategy. Most recently, leading cybersecurity programs across complex IT and OT environments. Today, I'll be speaking about a topic which is addressing bias through robust governance. So, let's start with AI. AI is often presented as something amazing. It can do things faster, bigger, more accurately than people. We hear stories about voice assistants that know our routines or algorithms that can spot diseases before the doctors do. But the truth is, AI doesn't invent itself. It learns from us. It learns from our choices, the choices we make, our history, the choices we had taken in our past days, and our data. And that's where the problem begins. Because if people carry bias, the machine will carry them too. Think about everyday decisions: who gets the loan, who gets the job, what news shows up in your feed. For years, I mean, people have really made these choices, sometimes with a hidden bias. And when AI takes over, it doesn't remove the bias, it can actually make it worse, spreading it across thousands or millions of decisions. For example, if a hiring algorithm is trained on years of company data that mostly promoted men into leadership roles, the system will keep pushing men forward. Simple. What feels like efficiency is really discrimination repeating itself, only now at machine level. And it's and this isn't just about bad code, it's about trust, power, and responsibility. Every data set carries a story. Those story can either lock people out or open doors to fairness. This is why governance matters. If we ignore these issues, we risk building inequality into the very system we depend on. But if we take responsibility, AI can be more than a mirror of our blind spots. It can help us uncover them, address them, and build systems that people uh, trust. Bias in AI doesn't always look evil, it's often subtle. Sometimes it's about data. For example, the facial recognition system trained mostly on lighter skin toned people will struggle with darker skin tone people. Sometimes the problem comes from the data labels we put on the data. When people are asked to tag or classify information, like saying whether a photo shows a man or a woman, or whether a loan applicant is risky or safe, they might bring their own opinions or assumptions. Sometimes the problem is in how the AI system is built. It might be designed to make decisions as fast or efficient as possible. That sounds useful, but in process it can ignore fairness, which means some people end up treated unfairly. So bias isn't a random glitch, it's a systemic issue, which means we need systemic solutions to fix this. So let's look at real world example. I'll speak about few examples. So AI, um, Amazon built AI hiring tool, but it learned from 10 years of resumes, mostly from men. The system quietly starting penalizing applications from women. Amazon had to shut it down. In US court, the Compass algorithm was used to predict which defendant might refund. It turned out black defendants were unfairly flagged as higher risk. People freedom was literally impacted by bias math and facial recognition system. Multiple studies showed higher error rates for women and people of color. In fact, San Francisco police banned use of it because of its inaccuracy and civil rights concern. These aren't just technical glitches, these are the reminders that when we let AI run without strong oversight, the consequences fall hard on people. So the question is, how do we fix it? This is where the governance comes in, and let's clear some things up. Governance doesn't mean slowing innovation. It means guiding it so people can actually trust it. Think about financial markets before regulations. Wild growth followed by collapse. There was a public backlash, and without guardrails, AI could face the same fate. Good governance comes with the three things. Uh, the governance let us set standards, so fairness and transparency aren't just left behind. It provides oversight, so the system don't quietly drift into harmful patterns. Enforce accountability, so companies can just say that the algorithm did it wrong. In short, the governance is what makes AI something people can believe in, not just something they fear. So, what does a good governance actually look like? So, let me break down into five parts. The first thing is clear ethical guardrails. Companies need more than nice posters with values. They need real principles that prioritize fairness in hiring, lending, and policing. Ethics boards should have actual power to say stop when something feels wrong. Second is data governance. If well, so it's simple. If well is dirty, the cup of water drawn from it is also dirty. If you put junk into your system, the value it is coming out is also junk. So same with the data, bias in, bias out. That's why we need diverse data sets, regular audits, and transparency about where the data comes from. Third is algorithmic audits. Just like financial audits, AI should be tested before launch and monitored afterwards. And not just internally, third party audits help keep everyone honest. Fourth is human in loop oversight. Some decisions are too important to leave entirely to machine. For example, loan approvals, criminal justice predictions, medical diagnosis. We still need human judgment in loop. And fifth is transparency and explainability. Nobody should be denied a mortgage or a job and left with faceless computers saying no to you. People deserve to know why. Not in math formula, but in plain text language. What factors mattered, what they can do differently next time, so that their application or their case can be more strong. Now, explainability has a catch. If people know too much, they might game the system. They definitely deceive the system. That's why governance should define the right balance. Enough clarity for fairness, but not enough to be abused. And finally, the regulatory alignment. The EU AI Act, the US AI Bill of Rights, Singapore frameworks. Regulations are coming fast. Companies that align early won't avoid penalties. They will become leaders in responsible innovation. But there's a thing. Governance can't just live on paper. It has to live in culture. That means training teams to spot bias in their own work, rewarding fairness even if it slows a product launch, and protecting whistleblowers who raise concerns. Because at the end of the day, AI governance isn't only about processes, it's about people, values, and courage. And here's the hopeful part. The same AI that spread bias can also fight it. With right governance, AI can flag discriminatory hiring patterns before they spread, audit financial transactions to spot systemic inequalities, help regulators scan massive datasets for unfair practices. So AI doesn't have to be just a mirror of our flaws. It can become a spotlight, showing us where change is needed the most. AI bias isn't destiny, it's a challenge, and it's fixable. The real question is, do we want AI just efficient and save money, or AI that's fair, transparent, and worthy of trust? Strong governance is a bridge between innovation and responsibility. Without it, most advanced algorithm could still end up being just another tool for unfairness. With it, AI can become something more, a system that builds trust instead of breaking it, because technology alone can't build trust. Only governance can. And in the end, it's trust, not efficiency, that will decide whether AI truly helps people or just repeat old mistakes in new ways. So as we move forward, let's not hand the future blindly into algorithms. Let's take responsibility. Let's make AI reflect not our blind spots, but our best hopes. Thank you so much.